from the artist, but before we can get to the artist, there's an important person I want to introduce. Our curator of American art is Talisa Fleming. Now, a year or so ago, we were talking with a patron in the museum. We talked about buying a work that dealt with music and art, the visual arts, and she set on a trek to find the quintessential work by someone that is not only important now, will be important in the future. So Talisa, through her hard work and her keen eye and her expertise in American art and contemporary art, was able to bring to us the work by Sanford Biggers. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you our curator of American art, Talisa Fleming.
Sanford received his bachelor's degree from Morehouse College and his master's in fine arts from the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. He has continued over the years to nurture his interest in philosophy and music and culture and the art through his studies in Buddhism, Santeria of Cuba, and Candomblé. In the past 4 years alone, his work has been featured in a variety of text journals and magazines, including Vibe Magazine, Art News, the New York Times, Art Forum, the Village Voice, Flash Art, and the Washington Post. Thus, it is with great pleasure that I bring to stage my dear friend and colleague, Sanford Biggers.
Part of what I wanted to do in this project was to give the kind of attention to hip-hop and the arts of hip-hop that would merit that it be inside of a museum, travel around the world, experienced by people who don't necessarily know that much about hip-hop, but elevated to the area of the cultural artifact that it actually is, as opposed to just something that you pass by on the radio dial. I started art as a graffiti artist in Los Angeles. I started to take art very seriously by the time I was around, I guess, 15 or 16, and I started to win local art competitions. I think throughout the years I've developed a philosophy in dealing with art, contemporary art, and it relates back to basically African art. And the premise of art when it began, in an object, art was represented, music was represented, sound, poetry, dancing, food, all these things might happen in a communal event in Africa, let's say. So the museums that have all these work from Africa and from pre-Columbian societies in Asia and so on, these objects that you see within these glass cases were not thought of as art objects initially, but often were objects that were used for larger social purposes. With that in mind, I started to create objects that I thought had a larger social purpose, not just to be seen, but also to be experienced. And when I speak about hip-hop, I'm not talking about what you hear on the radio today, because quite frankly, that's R&B. But hip-hop, as it goes to rap, as it goes to the ancient traditions that have come from Africa, meaning the griotic culture, the oral traditions from Africa that come to America, that became slave chants, that became the dozens, that became blues, that became rap as it was done by the last poets and the Watts Prophets in the 60s, and now rap, hip-hop, which is the latest version of all of that. I'm going to show you the first piece right here, which for me was the synthesis of these ideas. constructed out of rubber tiles that I hand carved and made into that pattern. That pattern is based off of a mandala. And a mandala is a spiritual diagram in Buddhism, which represents the heavens, the universe, and the mind. As it relates to hip-hop and breakdancing in particular, breakdancing is one of the arts of hip-hop, obviously. Hip-hop arts being breakdancing, DJing, MCing, and graffiti. And what you're watching is my version of a tradition that started in Tibet by the Buddhist monks. It's where they take colored sand and they make a very intricate pattern, a mandala on the floor. This piece took 16 hours to put down. What you're watching is a time-lapse video. This is usually shown in a gallery for the whole duration of an exhibition. At the end of the exhibition, if it's still there, because as people walk by, people want to see if it's really sand or not, they end up stepping on it. Or if somebody sneezes, the sand starts to fly. But that's part of the piece, it's the impermanence. So as I mentioned before, this is merely one series of several bodies of work that I'm presently working on. This is ongoing. The last installation, I would say, of this mixture of hip-hop and Buddhism, I just completed in Japan around 3 months ago, where I made ceremonial Buddhist bells that were made from melted down hip-hop necklaces, bracelets, and chains. So what you'll witness tonight is the first dance floor that I created, and as I introduce Aaron Gilbert of the 4 Universal Elements, we'll explain a little bit about what they're going to do tonight and what they do in general.
All right, what I want to talk to y'all about tonight is really about just some of the history behind what we're doing, what my group does. 4 Universal Elements basically stands for 4 elements of hip-hop, b-boy, graffiti, DJ, and we also have a second popping sector of ours. I'm going to show you the basic top rock. That's foundation. Just top rock. Then you go down to the 6th step. This is the 6th step. That's foundation. He ends it with a pose. You got the freezes. You know, there's the end with the pose. And you got like a blow up, like tricks. So we got popping and locking and popping and locking. We hear a lot of people say pop locking is 2 different things. It's popping and locking. Popping is hidden, locking is a different style. I'll show you the distinction. Locking focus on improvisation, attitude, a series of freezes called locks, Uncle Sam points, and wrist rolls. So a lock, point. This is what we call down and making, just basically dancing with it, but creating illusion. So you have something like this. I got a clip of a popper. His name's Popzilla. He's from LA. This is not like something that we just do every once in a while. I mean, we do this every chance we get. It's like Kung Fu does. It's like we practice it every day. I'm gonna let y'all we'll close up and we're gonna be ready to get over here, get our groove on over.
That's it. We got B-Boy Speed in the house, repping Yellow Springs.
Make some noise for flexibilities. Y'all better make some noise. Yeah. Come on.